Next, we have the Bob Wallach Community Journalism Award, named in honor of longtime New England journalist and former New England Press Association Executive Director Bob Wallach. The award recognizes an individual who has an exceptional record of commitment to community journalism. The recipient of this award has faithfully served the community for which they are responsible and played an active, constructive role in contributing to its quality of life. This year's recipient is Edward W. Forry from the Dorchester Reporter. In his nomination letter, Tom Mulvey Jr. said Ed's active, highly productive, and meaningful work over the last 37 years, doing street-level urban newspapering in Boston's largest and most diverse neighborhood, is an enduring credit to the profession we all share. Over the decades, Ed and his family, in particular his son William, who succeeded his father as editor and publisher several years ago, have, with their print and online Dorchester Reporter and Boston Irish Reporter, presented readers with weekly and monthly packages of news features, opinion, calendars, and advertisements that speak directly to their interests in an increasingly heterogeneous community. Ed, who founded the Reporter with his wife, the late Mary Casey Forry, in 1983, and the Irish Reporter in 1990, hasn't decamped from his office. With this institutional memory at the ready, and with his reporting and writing as an emeritus, he continues his watch over those interests because he has lived with them intimately in his Dorchester neighborhood for more than 75 years. Ed Forry has been long a latter-day equivalent of the small-town newspaper editor, memorialized in so many movies and histories. He knows many of the Reporter's readers personally. He knows the advertisers and those the Reporter has covered since the Reagan years. And for over 3 decades, he's never held back when he believed critical issues, local, state, or national, deserved attention in his editorials. This year, 3 decades after he and Mary founded the Irish Reporter, which covers the Irish-American community in eastern Massachusetts, Ed, as publisher, led its transition from strictly print to a hybrid that's mostly digital, but that also features print magazines 4 times a year. Ed Forry is always looking ahead. Like those small-town newspaper proprietors, he and his son have nurtured the future of serious local journalism year after year by providing on-the-beat opportunities for young reporters and writers and interns on the make. Graduates of the Reporter's newsroom continue to move on to regional and national publications and other news and feature outlets. His continuing zeal for telling stories that count for his neighborhood has been edifying. Now in his mid-70s, he likes to think that the next story will be his newsroom's best yet. Congratulations, Ed.
I am honored to accept this annual Bob Wallach Award for Community Journalism. 37 years ago, when my late wife, Mary Casey Forry, and I decided to publish a journal of news and information in our hometown of Dorchester, we chose a slogan that said, "The news and the values around the neighborhood." We called the newspaper The Reporter. It began as a monthly, later it became bi-weekly, then weekly. That first issue in September of 1983 was assembled in our kitchen in Lower Mills. I did the news gathering and sought out advertising support from local businesses, and Mary, she did the composition, faithfully typing out the stories on an original Apple IIe computer, storing everything on a 5-inch floppy disk with an amazing 64K of memory. With children to educate and a mortgage on our home, we resolved to give it a year to see if we could make our living from publishing a newspaper in the neighborhood we loved. People of my generation will remember the old TV show that each week would begin, "There are 8 million stories in the city, and this is just one of them." I told my wife, our job is to go out and find them one by one, and in words and in pictures, record and tell the stories of our neighborhood. That was our mission, and we have been able to stay focused on it for all these years. The great Speaker of the House, Tip O'Neill, once said, in his profession, all politics is local. Well, I believe the same is true of our profession. Community journalism is about staying in close touch with the local community and reporting on the events, the activities, and the news that has a direct impact on our neighbors and on the neighborhood and on the city of Boston. Again, great thanks for this great honor.
Good evening. I'm Senator Ed Markey, but more importantly today, I am honored to be Ed Forry's friend. Congratulations, Ed, on being recognized with the Bob Wallach Award, a true testament to your dedication and immense love for community journalism. Over the last 37 years, you have not only recorded history in the Dorchester Reporter, but you have laid a legacy for years to come. You have set the golden standard for news, created a new generation of award-winning reporters, and never lost touch with your Dorchester roots. You have never wavered in your commitment to providing our communities with news, information, and the truth, when at many times it was difficult to find. Our Commonwealth owes you a debt of gratitude. I'm honored to be able to join you virtually this evening, and you and your fantastic family and everyone else whose lives you have touched are grateful for your lifelong commitment to excellence. So thank you, my friend. Congratulations, Eddie.
Congratulations.